The level surface drops down from the horizontal plane at a rate of 8 inches times the distance in miles squared. I did not say that the level is not horizontal.
3 coplanar points, and bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
On the level.
The way I phrase it is a monument to the curvature of the Earth. It really is.
Level.
It really is.
Level.
And bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem we have though is I think we speak a foreign language right now.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are like, "What the fuck?" We understand what we're saying, but they don't. So we need to talk to them in that old language.
To them like, this is what we know. This is this is horizontal. Like, we're just talking about horizontals when we're talking about this stuff. So, should we talk about it in terms of water levels then?
In terms of what?
Water levels.
Yeah, it's all about that. It's the 7. I mean, that's the first principles right there.
Right, so in that case then, if we go... Right, so... reality water level. Horizontal, right line, as in reality water level to water level, right? Happy with that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not much problem with that. Every point along here, all verticals will be perpendicular to this line. This is a line straight from one point at the end of a water level straight through to the other end. No scale can be done at any length.
Rigid.
In reality, the water will always level out to be an equal, even altitude, no matter what. Now, that works in reality for me. Works in reality, always has done. There's no problem with that at all. None.
Yeah, I would say logically, if a horizontal plane extends indefinitely in all directions, you can establish a vertical that is perpendicular to that right line at every coplanar point.
Wow. I bet you scared them. I go with horizontal and vertical are right lines, so this is a horizontal. It being a straight line. A vertical is a right line of unlimited length. If a vertical is a right line of unlimited length, then all perpendiculars to it will be horizontal. Also works the other way around. If horizontal is a right line of unlimited length, then all perpendiculars to it will be vertical. Works good. That's the converse. You always know you're onto a good one when the converse works, right? So that's a straight line, a horizontal in reality, with all of these perpendiculars at any point being vertical. You happy with that? Even when it's a plane, because this horizontal comes out all the way across here and goes off that way, goes all, it's not just a straight line on a board. It's a plane that goes, it would be parallel with the plane of the horizon.
Oh, yeah, you got it written up there, too. Crap, I didn't realize that. Your if and then right here. If vertical is a right line of unknown length, then all perpendiculars to it will be horizontal.
Yep.
So when do the pots start tilting?
Oh, my God. Pot. Who you been hanging out with, Buster?
You see this one here as well. Only a right line can form a perpendicular. Like that. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah. Only 2 right lines. Or a right line. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that other one right there? Right line geometry.
Right line geometry. The only geometry that's provable in reality.
Yes.
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Show us some.
Bam.
Show us some geometry that isn't right line geometry in reality. Prove
Yes.
it to us.
I'd love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
If they love so much to talk about latitude, longitude, great circles, it seems like to me you would like say, okay, you take yours, and that's all you can use within those parameters of that set geometry. I'll take mine, and we'll go at it.
Yep, that's where we are today now.
Bring it on. Well, it was just a discussion about it. Hey, surely we could do that. Not even a challenge. Let's just discuss it and talk about it. Okay, so we're going to play model games, right? Right line geometry model of reality. Or we say reality. I mean, reality's not up for grabs, is it?
No.
We'll test this in reality. Anybody else is up for whatever. But which model do you want to play? We'll go for the favourite one, for the globe earthers. They've got a model, haven't they?
I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone want to offer up one of the globe Earth model versions? Right. Let's put DP here because I mean it's pretty.
WGS 84.
Location dependent there. The globe model I've heard. You're always on the top. I heard that one quite recently. Everyone's on the top of the model when you have a model. Like,
must be crowded, wherever that is.
Always on the top of a ball, like a big circus clown. I like to imagine them. Anyway. So, the water level, any ideas? Have you heard any numbers?
Yeah, there were a couple of brave souls who provided some numbers.
Yeah. We have a look at that. 200 and...
Wait, did you not just ask for a model type of the globe?
Yeah.
WGS 84.
Right, well, what's that? I'm drawing it. Are you here watching?
Yeah, I can see it.
Right, WGS 84, what's that look like?
I mean, it's supposed to be a fucking sphere.
Okay. Where do I put it? Like, we've got DP here.
Okay.
Where do we put the sphere? Do we put it here? Okay.
Put it underneath it.
Give you an idea.
Put it under the ground where it
Like
fucking
here.
belongs. Yeah.
In the middle. With DP over there.
Yeah, no. No, that looks wrong to me, yeah.
Yeah, it's not right, is it?
No, he can't be floating. Fuck.
He's on the top of it, right? Well,
you gotta move the ball.
I've got, okay, right, I've got a...
I'll move DP. TP's good where he is.
Like what we call this is a distance measurer and a point mover.
Yeah. If DP is on a ball, what is the ball on?
Oh no! The ball hangs off of nothing.
Yeah, I've just heard that they like balls on their things, right? So I'm gonna now draw a water level for a guy with a model. Oh, there you go. I don't go too far. It'll fall off.
That's a hell of a fucking curve.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go down that curved
Here we go.
road.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. So,
You better watch his step. If he walks over there, he's gonna keep sliding.
He's gonna fucking start leaning forward and eventually fucking do an uncontrollable fucking roll. Oh shit, we went too far.
there you go. See that?
You know, yeah.
So
there you
this is that's a drop distance. I mean, no.
Yeah, but you wouldn't see that.
You wouldn't see
That
it.
that drop
You
wouldn't be
don't
there.
see
Every time DP moves, it's gonna be that line that you just drew is gonna be irrelevant to the whole fucking scenario.
Well, that is that's the drop, right? That's definitely a drop.
But when
From-
DP starts walking, say DP starts walking towards that bottom block there that you're writing over
Don't
top
do it,
of.
DP. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
DP starts walking down towards that fucking block, but because they say that they're always on top of the ball, that means DP is literally fucking treadmill walking because the Earth has to rotate.
Yeah.
So I'm as he's walking, the ground's rotating, and then that block square comes up. But he stays upright.
Everyone's doing it all the
It's a
time.
conveyor belt, right?
Yeah.
Well,
This
it's
is the
conveyor belt.
relativity of water. Did you not know? Water. If you think you live on a ball, then the water always knows to drop away from you, from wherever you are.
Yeah, and then in here, technically, because of your frame of reference, you're not going to be bending over or nothing. That water will look like it's,
We'll put
it's
Yoda down there.
going away.
Oh, Yoda, be careful down there.
Now Yoda's looking at water. If technically what I just said is true, then that means Yoda should be watching water technically because of the way I just said, going uphill.
The only way he can stay like that is by using the Force. Otherwise,
I couldn't put anybody else down here, could I?
No.
Nobody else would go down here, right? Because what you've got to do is you've got to be able to imagine when you're down here that you are actually up here. You're always up here. Even Yoda is up here.
Yeah. Yoda is where DP is. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And vice versa. DP is where Yoda is.
Yeah, and you see, you may think that this is a hump here of the water level, but it's just
sounds like
the water
the quantum
level,
paradox,
right? Because what I'll do now is I'll draw the.
No, Bev. Technically, from B, that would be the what is it? The Kozlowski-Bislin drop.
Well, I'm pretty sure at that point Yoda's pot would pour out.
Yeah, but Yoda can imagine himself up here, right? As he's obviously.
But the way his pot's orientated, it would just pour out.
Well. Yeah, just conceptual, right? I mean, everybody knows that this is reality. This right line.
Oh yeah.
This is reality. This is just some sort of a thing that people can imagine in Discord channels where they can pat each other on the back and say, there. Things are, things are okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We just went to Mars. There's a probe on Mars.
Mm-hmm. We all imagine we're on top of here. We all imagine we're DP, even though we're not DP. We can all imagine we are like DP up here on the top. In reality, DP's definitely in the reality.
Don't Jew Yoda. Come on, you got to put Yoda up there with DP because Yoda's all fucked up down there.
All right, yeah, these Globers, man, they're a bunch of babies. They need to cut the cord.
Right, okay.
Now DP can see him.
Oh, here we go.
So would the water in those vials at either end be leaning?
No,
You mean the pot?
reality, these are
pots,
right lines, right?
Pots.
You don't have a pot to piss in.
Even the water level in the fantasy world can't even tilt. I mean, that would be ridiculous. You can't have a horizontal on a tilt.
Well, I mean, it would be tilting in every direction. How is that possible?
Yeah, well, exactly. So we stick with the right line.
And what is this tilt shit? That's not fucking scientific.
That's some alien shit, man.
This is
they wouldn't use tilt. They would use fucking like slope or incline or decline or something like that. That's more scientific than fucking tilt.
Well, from Belu, on Belu's planet, which is a name that I can't pronounce, that's where they use tilt.
Yeah. So go find the tilt, Jesse.
Sounds like a fucking disease. Go find the tilt.
Right, so this is now because we've played about with the circle because we love circles if we're a globe head. We've got a chord here now. I know we imagine this is a drop from the horizontal, but we also imagine it is horizontal, don't we? Don't we? Is that a paradox, right? This is a horizontal, and the drop is from horizontal, but the chord, was it Kosho? The chord is horizontal. I think Rumpus said the chord's horizontal too. Or the tangent at the midpoint is horizontal. Right?
I think they got you all fucked up, Ev.
I'm still here, right? Because I know this is reality. This is what they imagine as reality, but they also imagine that the midpoint of the water level on their model, Rumpus has said this many, many times, the midpoint is actually where it's horizontal. Now, this is the horizontal in reality. So do they imagine this not like this, but this like this?
You can think of it like that, but it's not like that.
So
hey Bev, can you draw any angle below that tangent, that horizontal tangent that doesn't cut a chord?
Well, this was just the shape, and this isn't really a tangent. But
well, let's imagine that's a horizontal tangent on a circle. Can you cut?
If you imagine this as a circle, as it is, and this as a tangent.
Can you form any angle between that tangent and that sphere that doesn't cut a chord?
No. That any line.
So any line of sight that is not horizontal would cut a literal chord through that sphere.
It would have to, yes.
Yeah.
At some point, you would cut into this surface here, as in this line from the water level to the water level cuts a chord into the shape that they imagine. But
yeah, you couldn't even see beyond that. Yeah. I think that goes to the...
I'm going with that, Cleary. When is a chord ever used in reality?
I didn't hear you, Mobius.
I use a chord to charge my phone.
Say it one more time.
I said I use a cord to charge my phone.
Oh.
When do you ever use that type of chord in reality?
Yeah, so like the Mick Westian globe math, they used to say you couldn't see beyond 3.1 miles on their model. So that must be their horizontal line of sight. Any angle, any line of sight that drops below that would cut a chord.
Yeah, that's because of this little lift that you've got here. cutting this cord. But I mean, when you do that, when you are here, if you are looking horizontal, then and you're on the top of the ball,
Mm-hmm.
in order to you to not see, can you not see that?
Yeah, that's the paradox.
It's down.
It works. It works both ways, because if you say you're on the top and you look, and the horizon drops, well, what's to say the horizon isn't at the top and you're the drop?
Yeah, it would work both ways.
Right.
Well, on a much bigger curve, DP, his line of sight eventually is going, it's kind of like pretty damn close to a tangent, right? So anything below that line of sight.
Yeah, but
that's
where the paradox is.
He would have to be looking at least this.
Yeah.
Right, because it would be the tangent to the horizon then becomes.
Yeah, that would be the Mick West globe math right there. That hump would be 3.1 miles.
If that's
anything,
a curve,
anything beyond that,
you'd never hump.
That's the terminology behind the whole, like, when fucking parents used to tell us, I used to fucking walk uphill both ways. Yeah, what are you fucking walking up both hills fucking both ways?
Well, you're always walking downhill on this one, I guess.
Yeah.
Say it again, Ben.
Uphill or downhill.
But I mean, like, to think, to use a tangent for eyesight is ridiculous, right? Because that would assume that you are looking and seeing this curve.
Yep,
well,
that's right.
If this curve is always below you and dropping, then your horizontal will never get blocked by this.
So you're saying that the horizon does not rise to eye level?
Well, it doesn't rise to eye level, even on this one here, because your feet are going to be on this.
Yep.
And that, but this one, ridiculous.
Damn.
But if you want to take this model here that they imagine and lift it up to an imaginary one there, well then you have a hydrostatic law violation within the fact that water humps.
Yeah, it can't sustain its own weight.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. Did we miss this? If water humping is a law of hydrostatic violation, water dropping and staying level is also a law of non-contradiction as well.
Yeah, they want to imagine they have curved air, so that they can have curved water. I've never seen air curve.
I've never seen.
Oh, when I see water humping, I get out the hose.
Okay, something's going through my head right now because I'm looking at the fucking drawing. Thanks, Bev.
What?
It's got THC.
Okay, so that's those top two lines, the parallel lines, Yoda and DP are on.
No, that's just the water level line, and this one is the straight.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Now,
let's
for the sake of this argument, let's just say that. Don't cut me off. Let's say they're infinite, both of them. Okay. Now, just draw two lines vertically in the middle. One by DP and one by Yoda.
Oh, you're not making me draw all lines all over it, are you?
We need Rob Keane to do it. Rob Keane, where are you?
And you take that section that you just blocked in. His teeth are on your neck.
I've got his nose in the right place.
Yep.
I thought that was a joke. I didn't realize they actually made him.
I go take him shopping with me all the time. Look at that. That's not right,
people must look at him and like, that guy is so fucked up.
That's better.
That's
See,
funny.
my nose wasn't in the right place. Was
Oh,
it?
it looked like it was. It's hard to tell with that big
It's
skull.
hard to tell with a big nose like Rob Keane. There you go. Like that.
Rob Keane is like 7.5 feet tall. That's his actual size.
Yeah, it's his true scale. I wanted the real size.
Is he
Rob Keane.
Brian Leakey's other son?
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, he said the other day, he was done about doing some surveying, and he said, when I'm 20 foot tall, imagine I'm 20 foot up in the air. I thought, wow, a big family, like 9 foot son. He's 20 foot, getting bigger. Can we? So, can we get rid of this drop model, because I don't like this. This is silly, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's trash.
Any surveyor that were to say that the water level drops at a rate of 8 inches times distance in miles squared from horizontal drop. Nah, no, we can't have that.
No.
Whoever said that, fucking ridiculous. I don't know.
Yeah, they obviously
That's
just misspoke. I can't imagine they were serious, really.
I can imagine if you were to say anything like that, you'd disappear, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed.
Oh yeah, they don't want to get caught in that infinite drop anymore. That's for sure. Rumpus proved that the other night. He wasn't going to get caught in it.
Right, so I'm gonna put the water level back in, because they deserve a water level just like we have in reality, don't we? Where's my blue pen gone? What the fuck? There it is. Right, so they've got a water level just like us, and it works similar.
I gotta go, guys. I'll see you later.
Okay.
I'll come back by.
See you in a bit. Oh. Water level. Works just like theirs. Boom. I'm going to put a hump in it, because they like humps, don't they? Like circles.
Mr. Bev, do you have a Cleary in your classroom?
He's gone. He's left. He went to go.
We need him sent to the office immediately.
Go to the toilet.
That's
where he went.
I felt like right there.
Please, sir.
Oh, Cleary's gotta go.
So look, I've drawn a hump. I like that. See the way the water level works?
Yeah, no, it's orientated wrong.
Well, it's just reality. It's a water level in reality.
It's a hell of a tsunami.
It's 2 water levels in reality.
What is that, 200, 300 foot tsunami?
Well, we say,
wait.
I'll go with, we're going to put a distance on it, should we? Let's say, 23.7 miles. I reckon that's a good number.
Yeah.
For a water level to go from one end to the other. You can imagine it's some sort of a bridge or something.
Yeah.
Maybe over some water.
They like to talk about it a lot.
So, with the reality model, you have, obviously, because you can have perpendiculars to it wherever. So, right in the middle of the model, we have we can put a perpendicular there, can't we? Right, it goes like that, and that would be at right angles to that level there. Now, they like tangents, don't they? Curves and tangents. So what we do for them, for the ballers, the blue, just random. I like random because we put curves in for them. We like they like tangents too. And that tangent would also be like that. Do you reckon? How do you reckon to that?
Oh yeah.
Tangent has its own. Oh, look at that. Horizontal, isn't it? Parallel.
Yeah.
Parallel to that horizontal.
Got you some right angles there.
So it turns out that even if they have a water level at a midpoint that is a tangent, even to the curve that when you develop a curve in the, from each end of the water level, turns out that the tangent to that in the middle is also perpendicular to the tangent of the water level from ours, from the reality model. So what do you reckon the difference is between the conceptual globe Earth hump model anyway? Once you do away with the drop model, and then you take on the hump model. Actually, that we could. I mean, if they want to imagine that this bit of the water level, it actually goes over there like that. Right, it doesn't alter the tangent.
As long as that hump's not more than 33 feet, it shouldn't run out from the middle to either end.
Yeah, I was listening on the side there, and it's the most boringest show I'd ever fucking listened to until I turned up, funnily enough, and educated you all. Crazy, isn't it? I'm probably the thickest one here, and I have to educate you all. Water does not follow the shape of the container or the floor that it's on. Water flows until it reaches its own fucking level. Doesn't follow a fucking curve. If the earth is dropping, it would run off. Doesn't follow a fucking curve. If the earth is dropping, it would run off. End of story. That's where water's going. I'm not actually talking to these in here because I think these are too far gone. There are people that you just cannot recover. You've got to give up on them. I'm talking to your audience on YouTube. I want everybody on YouTube to understand my passion. I am not indoctrinated. I've rid myself of all that nonsense, and now I look around me and judge by what I see around me. And what I see around me is any test of water is flat when undisturbed or unaffected by another force. Doesn't follow a fucking curve. It lies flat, and that is what it is. Earth is not flat. We know it's not flat because we have mountains, valleys, and trenches at the bottom of the oceans. Whatever it is we're living on is undulated. But what water does, it shows us that there is no curvature drop. Doesn't follow a fucking curve. So I do not know what we're living on, but I know what we're not living on. Water would not do what it does on a ball. Now, you all want to ask yourself, honestly, if you are honest and not paid shills like some of these, ask yourself honestly this question. I had to, and it was very painful, and I can help wherever I can, but it is painful because we've all been indoctrinated with this nonsense. Bev on Try Thinking is exactly right. We all have the same horizontal and we all have the same vertical. Whatever it is we're living on, it is generally a flat plane. But Earth isn't flat. Earth undulates. Peace, man.